welcome. Thanks for joining us. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Toronto Blue Jays. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know the guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Shohei Ohtani leading things off and takes the strike. Lucas makes his way towards it, reaching down, makes the catch. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. The shortstop takes the ball. One out, base is empty. Strike to Mookie.
That's ball two.
Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just having a hard time catching up.
Thank you.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. And there's ball 4. That's a great at-bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned the walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Freddie Freeman in the box now. 4 balls and a strike. There's the Freeman.
0-2 is the count. Ball, that's inside.
Count 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2.
That's a
Don't
ball.
miss in the zone because that's where you
2
get
balls,
hurt.
2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And his first one away.
Count 4.
It's a full count. Runner on the go. Gets a piece and stays alive. That's the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Over to first and safe. Runner goes again. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Flying around third is Betts. He'll score. And the Dodgers
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands,
Ball
you
1,
let the
no
ball
strike.
travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work.
Next offer in there for a strike.
Like that, I feel with the way that Will Smith is able to handle the bat, control the bat head, he's very capable of finding green space and driving in that way.
And now the right fielder, Andy Collins. First pitch swinging.
I mean, on that circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time with the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Gausman throws over.
No,
Back
he's
in
safe.
safely. Foul ball still 0-2. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 2 of the World Series. 3. And through the swing, it's a strikeout. And we're back. Today's starting pitcher, Paul Skeens. What should we keep an eye on here?
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Inside.
And that's ball one. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one is in the dirt. 2-2. Ripped to right. Makes the play. And there's one away. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
That's a ball.
Skeens. He has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. So you like that as a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that was pretty valuable. That one ripped left field. That's going back. Back some more. And it hits the fence. Throws to second. And in there with a double off the wall.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Anytime you smoke the ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that.
On the line, base hit. Here comes Springer around third. He scores.
They're looking to be aggressive and got something he can handle. Just a better scope. Stay clear and right the other way.
Right to the dish.
Foul ball there.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him. That when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
Ball inside.
Ball two. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch, execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
So up next for Toronto, Addison Barker. So you talked about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out. He makes all the plays. And it's fouled off.
And because of that big power arm, he's able to play a little bit deeper, make throws from the outfield grass all the way across the diamond, and still get a pretty good runner.
Ball
That's
that
impressive.
That one is upstairs. Just
Ball
missed.
next in.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Now it's even up.
They just threw that fastball by and elevated.
Two-strike.
You're not looking up in that location. Very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss at 100. No chance. Game 2 of the World Series. Here's the center fielder, Tommy Edman. Gosman back to work.
One wonderful thing about the postseason, you never know who's going to be the hero. It could be the superstar, but often it's a far more unlikely player.
Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Here's Nolan Arenado.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're in the plate.
And that drops in for a strike. You know, one unlikely postseason hero I saw close.
That's
Alex
inside.
Gonzalez of the Marlins in the 2003 World Series. Wasn't really known for his bat, but he hit a walk-off homer in extra innings in Game 4. It tied the series and was a huge momentum swing. Tied up here in the early going. Fights that one away, still 1-2. It misses. It's a strikeout. Kike Hernandez at the plate. In there for strike one. Hernandez in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And he was born in Puerto Rico. Big swing and a miss.
0-2.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Outside. Now 2-2. Two-out space is empty. And Eric Summerfield punches him out. That's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom half of inning number 2. Now for the Jays, Alejandro Kirk. And
That's outside.
Ball one.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That is triple digits.
Can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Dalton
Yes, that ball went out.
Box with one away as he takes ball one. Got fouled to plate. Fought off foul. And
Two balls,
skips into
2
the
strikes.
Outside. Swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
He's getting the barrel to the ball. He's just got to work on that timing.
In the air, right field, Collins. And that'll do it. Top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the second baseman, Tae-Sung Kim. One in there at the knees for a strike.
0-1's the count.
On the ground to the left. And foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And there's the ball.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with. always having a tough time getting the pitch buy-in. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Lucas gets under it, and there's one down. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Shohei Ohtani. Fly to left, his first. Swing and a miss. He was late.
He got a run there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
That one hooked foul. You're two.
One ball,
low.
2 strikes.
That one at 95 missed up top. Counts even at 2. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. What a stop! Oh, no, he's in there. Here's Mookie Betts now.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
That one just misses a ball and no strikes. Just missed. Chris with that distraction and a speedy guy at first. He's in a favorable hitter spot.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
There goes the runner. Pitches
Low.
low.
1 strike.
He saves stolen base. Not even close. Great ball in there for a strike. Leads the runner at second. You're in game 2 of the World Series. Swing and a miss. He's got 4 strikeouts now. Well, here's Freddie. Doubled in his first debut. That one pulled foul. Gosman throws over. Ohtani back in. It's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Well, it certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
2 outs. Springer there makes the catch. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now for the Jays, Andres Gimenez. On the corner for a strike. It's 0-1. One down, go to. Way back there. Onto the track. But he makes the catch. Back to the leadoff spot, the Blue Jays lineup. Gunnar Henderson next up for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1.
Nope.
Outside. Fouled off. Fly ball center field. Edman in position. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down. Here's George Springer. 1 for 1 with a double and a run score. Intentional walk coming here. They put him on board. 2 outs and run for the next batter. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
This fans don't like to see that because they showed up to watch him swing back. This team does not want to let him beat him.
RBI single his last time. Just outside edge. He's foul time. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Outside, that's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little trouble with fastball.
On the ground at first, and it stays there. Springer makes the turn at second. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Bichette gets a chance to hit. Fly to right, his first stop. And that's in there for strike 1. Check swing, ball strike.
1 ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Nothing happening in the bases there. 2 on, 2 outs. And a base hit on the line. The tying run is in to score from third. It's an RBI single. It's 2-2.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. That's about as tight quick as it gets. He was strike low, out of the way early.
So the Dodgers have a new one on the mound.
Number 86. Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Stepping in, Addison Barker. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Still
0-1 the count.
Get out of this inning. They tuck it in.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Outside. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. Here the last half of the third. Ground ball up the middle. Backs up with it. Now before the first on the run. And they get the out. Back here at Rogers Center as we go to the top of the 4th. Now it's the right fielder, Andy Pajas. That's in for a strike. 1-1.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W. You know, these Dodgers, as this game goes on, have to be
2
more
balls, 1
disciplined in the
strike.
plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those rotations, and that's been true again today.
Here comes Tommy Edman. 0-for-1 so far. First
Inside,
pitch
ball 1.
misses.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge
Ball
inside the
2.
zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating
Ball
right
right
out of
out.
your hand.
That one missed, now 3-0. And there's the automatic. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Next ball brings in for a strike.
Hands full. 3-1, you want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Now he steps off to reset. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That one ripped. Base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out flying and licked it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Arenado stands in now and watches strike 1. Shots off the outside edge. And it's 1-2. Runner on the move. And there's a base hit to right field. Here comes Edman around third. He scores and they have the lead. To second, but way too late. Safe there.
Comes through with the RBI. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. He elevates that a little bit more. It's definitely
On one.
Fernandez swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And 2 away. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Hesson Kemp.
Ball, back inside.
Right through the opening strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball still 1-2 down. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Arnetta at second with 2 down. It's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Back now in Toronto. Ready to go. Bottom 4. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Watching play very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And he steps off. That one finds the zone.
0-1's the count. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
To the mound, he's got it.
He's out.
And a quick out, number 1.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Center field. Edman going after it. Makes the grab and it's 2 gone. Now the left fielder, Nathan Lucas. That's
Ball,
outside.
that's just out.
That's ball 1. Blue Jays down a run. The other way. Nice play. Game 2 of the World Series. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish.
Both starters out of this ball game, it now becomes a battle of the bullpens and just seeing which manager can match that better.
And now this one's a rocket to right. Way back there. Gone. They tack on to their lead. It's 4-2. Here's Mookie now. Strikeout and a walk. Ball for a strike. That's 32 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2011.
The big bat's coming up and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ball 1. shortstop takes the
two
ball.
strikes.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. You're in Game 2 of the World Series. And it remains 2-2. Fires over to Guerrero. One away here in the 5th. It's Freddie Freeman now. It's 0-1. Walker to right field, way back. Freddie Freeman pops one out of here. It's their second home run of the inning. They got one on the board. It's 5-2. Batter now will be Will Smith. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
0-1.
Hey! That one.
0-2 with the count.
Swing and a miss. Got him out. Got 2 away. 2 down, bases empty. Next for LA, Andy Pajas. Both 2 in this one. Up the middle. A dive, he's got it. And that's a base hit despite a great defensive effort. Tommy Edman at the plate. 1 for 2. Chops in for a strike. Pajas leads off first with 2 down in the inning. Runner on the go. This one popped up right side. Lennox towards the line and makes the grab. And we're back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. In a slider missed.
Well, these Jays need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. That's
Ball 1, no
downstairs
strike.
and outside. Outside
Ball
low.
2.
Down 2-0.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence
2 balls,
level is really
1 strike. That's ball 3.
Did he go? No, he didn't.
3 balls, 1 strike.
That one
Nope.
off the
Ball
inside
4.
edge. You walked him.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Really didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Michael Kopech gets the ball now.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Springer down the box. Comes up empty with a swing in.
Stuff that is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat of both each game.
Kopech checks over to first, and he's back.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Just missed.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Late on that fastball.
Well, that's today's
One
style
ball,
of baseball
2
right
strikes.
there, right? Big-time velo on the bump and big-time pop at the plate.
Now it's off his glove as the slider gets away from him. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play. contact hitters in the game. This one chopped to the ground, but foul. And the right-hander deals. And a foul ball.
Ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the sixth. Here's the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Bieber back to work. And there's the strike. Ground ball left side. Fires over to Guerrero. Now one gone in the top of the sixth. Here's Kike Hernandez.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And that comes in for a strike. Big swing and a miss.
Gosh, a little late on that breaking ball. I don't think he recognized it out of the hand. Just a little party. Actually, good for him.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Hessun Kim getting ready to hit. Trying to punt his way on. Bare hand has to hurry. And that's a great play for the out. Bottom of the 6th. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Bichette. First pitch doesn't find the zone. In position. And there's one down. Addison Barger now at the plate. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
Jab right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball,
fair right
2
there.
strikes.
That slider hit through to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of tip your
That's
cap
inside.
on the pitch.
One down, base is empty. Swings through, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. In there, and it's 0-1.
Not sure if he was expected for the pitch to come right at him, but he's got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Ball, that's
outside.
out.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Top of inning number 7. And now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. And he can't come up with it. Now he'll turn for second. Still able to fire over. He's safe at second. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Mookie to hit. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the late stages of game two. The throw to first.
Got him.
And Betts is gone. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit.
It may be a long shot, but a triple here will get in the cycle.
Runners in the corners here, one away. Will Smith to the plate. And that's in for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball play.
Up the middle. Henderson over to second. Double play. What a clear Jimmy Graham. Bottom of the seventh. And now the center fielder, Dalton Varsho. First pitch,
that's a ball.
just misses. Swing and a miss. That one at 101. Just missed.
Ball three.
And it's ball three.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. That one misses. Lead-off walk. How big the deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal because if you pitch to the previous hitter with the power he has, it ain't home run. I think it was a calculated walk. We'll see how it plays out here. When a leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing safe. Defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The pitcher on down, Justin Steele. He has a great slider with tons of movement. On the ground at second, might be 2. Here's 1.
He's up.
And that's 2.
Sometimes double plays get turned so quickly that you don't really get to appreciate all of the finer details and how these guys execute. Right there, really nice footwork, and a good few to second is the key to pulling it off.
A minute.
Counts 1-0.
Here lets that one go for a ball. Check swing. He went too far. It's a strike.
1-1. Throws Betts off the plate.
Outside.
Ball 2.
That one the other way. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Ready to begin the 8th. And now the right fielder, Andy Pajas. Seaver goes 6 feet 3 inches,
0-1 the count.
200 pounds. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2016. Strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes. Ball, that's outside.
Next offering is downstairs. Breaking
I got
ball
3 and
moves
2.
down and away. That one misses.
Ball
So
4.
leadoff walk.
Well, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make the call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk. take. It's ahead in the count.
In the dirt. Gets his lead at first with nobody out.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball. The bottom just falls out of it.
In the air, pretty deep out to center field. And he makes the catch. One away. So man aboard. Now the third baseman. Nolan Arenado.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Missed.
Yep, that ball went out.
That's
ball
misses,
three.
but it's 3-0.
I got 3-0. Hey!
There's a breaking ball that drops in there.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. You swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Runner takes off. Foul. We'll see another payoff. Runner on the go again. On the ground. Henderson. Save time. He's safe. They get on a model for the out. It's PJ Hernandez. What's the 3 in this one? First
Inside, ball one.
Just misses. Swings through that one for strike one.
So it's
One ball, one strike.
3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative. But you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Kickoff moves to second.
Safe!
Back in a dive. The other way. Guerrero.
One down, you're out.
And that is that. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now Gunnar Henderson. Swing and miss.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make the play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Now
I got a ball, one strike.
But he held up. That pitch is for a strike.
Count 1-2.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Cool open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the bat alive.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Deep. Hooks it away for the out. And there's one down. And the batter is George Springer. New pitcher for the Dodgers, number 80. He's into the game with the bases empty. Outfield deep here, tries to prevent anything over their heads. That's off the inside corner. And that is ball 1. Strike 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Count 1 and 2.
1 ball,
times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off him.
2-2 the count.
That misses. 2-2. Fights it off. We'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
We got full count.
Out of the way. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Went down, base is empty. Up the middle, bats up with it. That takes care of Springer.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count. That's 1-1.
Off the middle, that's a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. It's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And here is Orbison.
0-1.
2 outs.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Collins brings it in, and that is that. Back now in Toronto. New inning getting started. Here's the second baseman, Hesung Kim. Rodriguez back to work. And downstairs.
1-0. Hey!
That's missed. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Next pitch is inside. 3-2 down. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. So now here's the DH, Shohei Ohtani. He's already homer here in this one.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's ball 1.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Ground ball could be 2.
He's out.
Now 1 gone in the ninth. Now it's Mookie Betts.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches. Even in an 0-0 count, he loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting.
That's in for a strike. Shortstop takes the ball. Popped up. Jimenez makes the grab. And there are 2 outs. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. He's already homered in this game. Ground ball up the middle. Henderson on the first. And that's the third out. Back here at Rogers Center. We head to the bottom of the ninth. And now Sasaki on to try and close it out.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best attacks they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour.
One ball, one strike.
That's cheddar, baby.
That's in. Ball two.
Inside edge. And a count 2-1.
Swings and fouls one off.
Here's a 2-2.
3-2.
Missing inside a sharp slider. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. The high cheese for strike 3. He's 2 outs away. Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout.
Count 1-0.
1-0. Davis and a slider.
1-1. That's ball two. 2-1.
Close
That's
one.
ball three.
Doesn't get the call. We're now 3-1. That's up empty. That's strike 2.
So many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pump the gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Schultz for last chance in this one. And now it's Dalton Varsho.
Did he go?
The first pitch. Look down the third. No swing. He held up. Carl Dixon with the call there. 2 down. Nobody on. So 2 balls and no strikes.
2-0. That's a ball.
Misses. Down to 3-1. They're down to the final stretch.
When you go fastball,
Ball down.
like that,
3-2.
I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again.
Swing and a miss. Again is the ball game.
One of the goals in the postseason is to split on the road and play very well at home. They did just that with the win today, evening up at 1-1.
Your final score 5-2. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaumburg. Thanks for joining us.